Well, it's finally happening. The Captain's Challenge is being introduced to Super League in 2025, 5 years after it was brought in to the NRL. What difference is it going to make in the Northern Hemisphere game? We spoke to Huddersfield Giants' new signing, Thomas Burgess.
I think it's good for the game. I liked it when it came into Australia. It added a different dimension, and I think, like refs, they're not always going to get every decision right, and we wouldn't expect them to. They're human and that sort of thing, and it sort of brings that a little bit of into the game. I think that it needs, and I really liked it in the NRL, so I'm glad they brought it in over here.
Joining me now is RugbyLeagueHub.com's Marc Bazeley. Marc, it seems like we've had the Captain's Challenge for more than 4 seasons, really, in the Southern Hemisphere, doesn't it? It seems like it's been around forever.
Yeah, I thought the same as well. When I look back, it was like, it's only 2020. It's Captain's Challenge has been in the NRL. An initial guess, I thought it was probably 2015 or something. But yeah, been around for a while, and I guess like night follows day, it was probably inevitable. Super League was gonna follow the NRL in having Captain's Challenge, especially now we've got every game being broadcast on television or on Super League Plus, thanks to the deal that was signed with Sky ahead of last season.
Just to be clear, it's 5 years. My maths isn't the best since the Captain's Challenge was introduced in the NRL. Another fellow I spoke to was an Aussie, the halfback for Huddersfield Giants, Adam Clune.
Yeah, I think it can be really positive. Obviously, you don't want it to slow the game down too much, but here and there, refs make mistakes, and they're only human. They're going to make mistakes. So when there's an opportunity to challenge something you think might be wrong, then I think it's played out well in the NRL. You see some pretty shabby challenges, but also things at crucial times that like I said, the refs are bound to miss at some stage. They can't be everywhere at all times. So I think it'll be beneficial for the comp, and hopefully it doesn't slow the game down too much, and we can sort of get the right decisions and move on with it.
What do you think about that, Marc? The idea that it might slow the game down a little bit.
I think that's always going to be a concern, isn't it? We seem to be obsessed in rugby league. We're trying to get the game as quick as possible, and yet there's always little things like this which come in, which could potentially slow it down. Certainly, from what I've seen in the NRL, it doesn't seem to slow it down that much. So hopefully, it won't be an issue in Super League. I think the only thing is there's obviously going to be a bit of an ironing out process as far as the refs getting used to it, and obviously the captain's trying to get used to it now, having 10 seconds to make a call as to whether they want to challenge anything or not.
You're on RugbyLeagueHub.com's new YouTube channel, and the final player we're going to speak to is Zack Wolford, son of Simon Germ Wolford, and he says that there are certain people who should be barred from doing Captain's Challenges.
Yeah, it's definitely a good move. I love the Captain's Challenge. Well, obviously, there's a few players that need to be banned from the Captain's Challenge, front rowers and wingers, but the boys will soon realise that. But it's definitely a good move. Sometimes you get the occasional howler, and you can see it blatantly, and the referee, he's got 1,000 other things to look for, and we'll miss it. It's definitely going to be good for the game, and I think they'll soon realise that's a good decision.